Hi, my name is Nicholas. This is a new episode of Nicholas Watches. We're going to be covering, I think this is episode six. Well, it's episode five, but week six. We'll just go by weeks. And we're going to be talking about week six of the 2026 winter anime season. Um, this one was a pretty decent week. Sorry. Um, it we're kind of trekking along. There's some good moments, some bad moments. But I'm excited. And there's also one thing I cannot believe that I haven't started watching this one yet. I'm a sucker for the romance. I'm a sucker for the sweet stuff. And Polar Opposites, I think is what it's called, Polar Opposites. Uh, that's right up my alley. Why have I not seen this? I love Flowers Bloom with Dignity. Dignity. Sorry. I'm really liking Tune In Voice right now. Um, I can't believe I haven't got to this one yet. But today's Monday, a little bit out in the afternoon. My work schedule was crazy this weekend. I was working both days, so um, I'm glad I was able to kind of finish up some of the shows that I didn't get to yesterday, this morning, and now we're able to talk about them. So it's really hard for me not to watch the because I love watching it on my days off. So it's really hard to be like I can't watch some of these Sunday shows or even some of them that came out today. And I have to be like, "Oh, I gotta wait to do the video, otherwise I'm gonna have a a twisted opinion about some of the ones that I watched earlier last week." So I want to get into the first one here. Is Freyrin. I mean, it comes out Sunday, so I think it's a little bit easier to watch. Actually, I think I watched two episodes of this. I think the first episode, I don't remember what they did. They didn't really do a whole lot, but I know the second episode was the date episode. So I think I'm going to talk a little bit more about that one than any other one. Um, because I think that's kind of where my memory kind of sits at more. Because I really don't remember. I know they got to that new town. She maybe I only watched one episode. I don't know. I will say this is the song of the week. The OP, I like it. It's good. I'm trying to do every. There's some shows that I won't do that for the anime opening or ending, but I do like this one. It's a little bit more casual, a little bit more fun. I probably should listen to it like right before this so I can kind of get a fresher opinion on it. But I do know I enjoy it when it comes on, and I do listen to it the entire time. So, um, and I will say this. Actually, you know what? Not only is the OP good, but I could even do this as like a 1.5 because I love the OSTs. I'm a big OST guy. I have a playlist of original soundtracks from movies and TV shows that I like a lot. And this, I love it. The casualness of just when nothing is going on and it's got good music. That I take appreciation to that for sure. And I really do like that a lot. I would say the big thing I have with the date, just fall in love already. You know, with Stark and man, I feel bad. Why do I not remember the purple hair chick name? What the Stark Freyrim? Ugh, man, I can't remember it. It's kind of making me angry. Um, Making me a little upset that I can't remember that. But that whole date, I felt like I could feel the awkwardness where it's just like they both have a target in front of them, and the arrow is love. And for some reason, they want to hit the bullseye, and they want the other person to hit the bullseye on them too, but they keep missing it, and it's so awkward. I know they're young, so it's fine. But that whole time I'm like, oh my god, can you guys just like say something like I'm doing this for you? I actually do want to do this date. It's so awkward. But it ended up at the very end of it when they're on the top of the hill and they were mentioning about things that they liked and stuff like that, about how the date was actually kind of nice. Yeah, that's cute, that's cool, and all that stuff. Oh, I remember the first episode. They were trekking through. You know what? Let's kind of enclose the date. Just fall in love already. You guys are right there. You guys are on your adventure. It's probably gonna wait till after the adventure. But I just want to see it happen. They look cute together. They look like they'll be happy together. Um, I'm hoping for it. So sorry for Freyrin. I don't know if you're ever gonna find another one again or not. Um, but that first episode, I do remember now. they took a another level to the enemies. That one with the sword with the horns, it was like a goat guy. That was actually pretty cool, and it kind of is nice to because I know in the first part of this, I'll call this like it is season two, but like this feels part two of Freyrin, like where they get to the thick of it, and yeah, they're actually like taking real fights now. It almost feels like they might lose sometimes. I know they have the crutch of Freyrin, who's got the military expertise of a long time, but yeah, every time I'm like, I don't know, maybe. So it's really cool to see stuff like that happen instead of just him one shotting everything, and it's more about like kind of growing. So it's pretty interesting to see something like that. So um, we'll end that one up. I love the OSTs. The opening is really good, and it's kind of nice to see a little bit of a different pace with the show now. I still like them doing nothing, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to see the bigger stuff kind of come into play. Uh, yes. Second show here I've got is the Kunan Can See now. So one, I'm excited about the next few episodes because they did do a time skip. Um, I like the fact that he's getting older, which is really cool because they did do a time skip. Because he basically that whole episode was him training with his master. Um, did I like the way they did training? Kinda not. It felt a little cop outy, like schooly, where they basically he just helped him out for 2 years, and they won the way they like. He was like, "Yep, you're ready to go," I guess. Um, but I do like that it did do that time skip. I think I would have liked the training arc if it was more like training, like Bleach or Black Clover, but it's not that kind of show, so I don't think it really matters. But I'm excited that that was skipped so they could get to the next episode, which is I probably will watch either today. I'm off tomorrow too, so I might watch it tomorrow. Um, where he's gonna go to a magic school, which is exciting. Hopefully, I see more about different magics and stuff like that because that stuff does excite me, even though I'm not a big magic fan. So I'm excited about that. Um, and he actually made eyeball. I didn't think that was gonna happen till the very end of it, and then he makes this orb where it mirrors into him, and he can feel it and he can see everything. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. I do think they did like I should have. I wish they did like a little joke where it's like maybe a person's like color purple. Oh, I thought you were color purple. That would have been kind of funny, but that was just me. Um, and I think this episode just made me more excited about the next um arc episodes, whatever you want to call it, because it's a time skip. He's moving away, so it's far away. It kind of reminds me of when I keep Mushoku Tensei needs to get out of my mind. It does remind me of when he went to the school, even though he was way older and way stronger at the point. So, but I'm excited about the new episodes, if anything. Next show here we're going to talk about is Hell's Paradise. So this one's just showcased like the new people coming in and like a little bit about them and kind of what they represent, I guess. One, they seem OP, especially the main dude. I wonder how much. Come up here, Mama. Um, are they gonna get like into a situation where they will have a tough fight? Because the way they did that first one, it almost kind of gives me that idea of like, yeah, they're really OP, but once they see the big dogs, they're gonna be kind of, you know, pissing their pants or whatever. So I will like to see how they interact with the other dogs, and honestly, how they interact with the main group, because the main group is the ragtag teams of the criminals and the sword people. So that'll be really interesting. I also think the ninjas are going to be stronger than you think as well. Even though they did that dumb thing where like they were like zombies on a Titan kind of thing. So, but I think it will be more interesting. I do need to see more Gabi Maru. That's kind of a little bit more um, selfish on my part, but I think he's a cool character, and I would like to see maybe some interactions with the ninjas would be really cool as well. I do think this is now the last episode of like the slow getting back into the season and show the new characters. So I think from now on, it's going to kind of be like, now we're getting into it. So that'll be really nice. Um, it is really cool to see new characters too as well. Um, but yeah, it's just yeah, it was just like a little bit of that. Hit the main the new guy's personality is so weird. I don't know if I'm gonna like him or not. You know what he reminds me of? Do you remember that one chick that had the teddy bear in Akame ga Kill, where she thinks she's so right, but she's twisted about it. That when she killed one of them and got Takumi like angry and stuff like that, like you were happy to see her die. Will I see that with this guy, where he's going to be effing with the main group, and you're just be like, this guy too twisted, get him out of here, kill him. You know, we'll kind of see. I'll see how that kind of goes out, but yeah, I mean, Hell's Paradise is a good show. I do think I like this season a little bit less than season one so far, but it's still early on, so hopefully we get to see some better stuff about it. Next show here, Noble Reincarnation. Um, the night selection exam, this is what the episode was the night selection exam, and then kind of like learning a little bit more about his new night. Um, it was way too quick. Honestly, way too boring. I kind of wish they also showed like I wish it was a little bit more than like a bit of the episode because it really only showed three people, two do nothing, and then one, obviously the one that gets through it, the girl, the blonde hair girl, get through it and actually like get selected. I would have liked to see some more people. Maybe some people that kind of did it was maybe more interesting or something like that. And it was very upsetting because it felt like it was going to be this big event, and it really wasn't. It was just that one instant with the girl and picking her, and then he said like, "Yeah, there were some interesting people here. There you go. The Knights have some people now, and they were appreciative of it." I just wish there was more. It was upsetting. It was quick. I was like, "Really? They already found it? Okay." And of course, it's like a baddie night chick. You know what I mean? Like they, it's funny, and she's got like no armor. It's like that stereotypical meme of like when you play a MOBA, and your girl character has no armor, but it's the highest class. It's so goofy. Um, I will say I'm excited for the future because the thing I've been asking for is an age jump, and because I'm sitting here like this is like a 12-year-old like move, like can we get to the bigger, like I felt like it's just like this weird thing like, oh my god, I can't believe he's doing this so young. Dude, I need to see him actually like make some moves in the kingdom and stuff like that. So it's gonna be nice to see a big age jump, which happened at the very end of the episode. I do still think like kind of like Overlord, kind of like any of these other shows like Shield Hero. Um, I need him to get some more characters involved around him that make like kind of like One Piece with Luffy. I need like maybe an advisor now. I need she's got his knight. I need more people with it because it is just like a one man show, which whatever, fine. But I need some more with it. Um, but yeah, I'm excited about it from now on. So we'll see how it goes. Um, Next show here, the Vigilantes. This was the one where they were trying to get into figuring out where the drugs are coming from, and they used Midnight and the pink haired chick to go undercover and figure out where the drugs were coming. Um, One, Midnight, what a baddie, right? Like they get close with her. They like it gets close to etchy, even more where I'm like, whoa, this is My Hero Academia. But I know they call her like the what is it, mature hero or something like that, a rated R hero, I think maybe. And yeah, so and then what was up with Koichi getting all the girls at the mixer? He's got some riz, he's got some motion. And I thought that was kind of a funny interaction. Funny interaction. I do miss the trio. That this is kind of what that episode was because they do show a little bit more about the God, what's his name? The guy who uses the brass knuckles to fight and stuff like that. I do miss when they were all three together. They had that scene where it's like, I think I saw him. It kind of feels weird because they're all going, almost doing their own thing a little bit, and it's kind of a little sad. But I do need the old man to come back. I think that would be really nice. It was cute to see his daughter all healthy and actually liking her dad with the guys helped them out at the hospital. And yeah, it was. Did I? Sorry, I was looking at something else in my notes here. Um, I need to know a little bit more about his backstory because when he went to China, he it seemed like he was something before. I don't know if he was the speed guy beforehand because they kind of hinted at that, but I don't think that's true. He must have been something. I don't know. It would be interesting to know what's going on there because I'm kind of confused about his past, but maybe that's something we learn more throughout the season. So that'd be cool to see. Um, so the next one I want to get in here is Jack of All Trades. I'll say this is the underrated show of the week because that episode actually wasn't as bad. What it, by the way, this episode, the Black Dragon comes down. I did not expect him to 1v1 it, but this was basically the entire episode was him fighting the Black Dragon, which I kind of like when a whole episode is dedicated to a fight because it. Do I want that actually? Maybe a half episode because there was at points of time where I'm like, he just keeps getting hit and then coming back up. And it kept like, oh my god, this guy can go forever. And they do that funny meme thing where it's like, you think my stamina's done now? Well, I'm gonna pull it out of me and go even harder. Kind of weird, but yeah, they did a holy aura farm there where they were like, we got to get this guy aura farming. We got to get this guy like solo leveling. And I thought it was goofy, but it was actually kind of fire. CGI wasn't bad. The animation wasn't bad. I will say this: that final little section where he's kind of like jumping from where he was doing it like that, where it was like like a little ping pong battle on it. That was actually kind of fire. I actually thought that got my blood pumping a little bit. Sometimes I'm a simple man. I just want some cute romance and some cool action sequences, and that was actually pretty cool. So it will be interesting to see how people react with that in the next episode, knowing that he can just 1v1 a 94 round boss by himself. So hey, if they wanted to show him being cool, they for sure did. But they did not need to show like those instances where that one chick was like, "Can I do something? No, I just need to protect them. Can I do something? No, I need to protect them." That got old after I think like the third time. I was like, just get the fight over with, and then maybe people can talk about it." And then they did do where it's like, "Oh my god, he's doing that," which he tried to tell me. He tried to talk me. Didn't need that. Didn't need that at all. Just aura farm, I guess. I don't know. But it was a fun episode. That's why I'm proud to say it's the underrated episode because it felt like they were trying to come up to this for 2 episodes of this like coming to it, and when it actually happened, it didn't really disappoint me. So I was a little scared with these shows that aren't really big, where I'm like, it's gonna look so goofy, or they're barely gonna fight. Like I'm gonna talk about the next show, which is gonna be called the Gentle Noble one, Gentle Noble on Vacation. So this one was where they go to the auction, and they actually do go down into the dungeon after they do the auction, where they want to do the secret door. Um, One, items. I do like when items are a part of adventuring, maybe because a lot of times that is forgotten when you do watch some of these shows where it's all about just the magic, the power levels, power abilities. What happened to the main reason why we do go to these dungeons, which of course is to get stronger, but also to find the items that come from the dungeons. And yeah, the items are interesting where it's like it's pictures or things that happen in there. Um, the notebook and stuff like that. Like those are cool. Those are interesting. I need more with items in these shows, I think, because I swear it's always them going to dungeons and selling the loot they get from them and then hopefully getting stronger and leveling up. Um, but they did one thing. One thing is egregious to me. They go to the dungeon, they find the secret room, they go down it, um, and you're not going to show the fight with him against the dragon. No, 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 no. You have to do that. You can't. Oh my god, that upset me. You get this guy up like he's some strong. I know what kind of show this is now. It has nothing to do with the fighting. It has everything to do with the relationship with them too. Maybe they fall in love or something like that. But that was upsetting. It made me be like, oh my god, this. What's the point of going down there and just showing like him winning? He's talking up this whole game and the whole episode like I need an actual fight. I'm too strong. I can't do nothing. And he we actually get to see an instance where that may be the case, but I don't know. What did he do? How did the fight go? Did he one tap him? Did he do anything? I have no idea. I didn't get to see it. Upsetting. That made me angry. I literally was like, really? They're back at the end. Nothing happened. That was upsetting to me really bad. But whatever. It's just it's a casual show. Whatever. Hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully the relationship is interesting. I guess. But um let's move on. So we're gonna do the cute girl hero where she was a cute and the hero asked her out. Whatever. There's some long ass names that I simplify it so I don't have like my entire notes being huge or whatever because I do write this on the notes app on my phone when I'm watching it. And so this episode was actually them going to that village that was getting attacked by that sword guy who took out the bandits and he was doing some other stuff too. He was a hero from a different nation, whatever. So they're helping them out. I did like to see that they stuck together, them too, which is really cool. And then I think they had the was he a fairy before, and they took off his wings? Yeah, he was a fairy. He coming out with them that was really cool and really fun. To actually see them just get away from the whole town hero party kind of ring around stuff, and actually going out and doing adventuring stuff, which was cool. But what a rage moment! They put a rage moment in this show where he gets angry and rages out, becomes a demon lord, demon king guy. That was just like I didn't think they were going to pull that off or pull that out. It came out of left field and it was kind of goofy because I will say the form looked goofy and they did the thing where he punches. It's like it and he hits the ground. I was like, this is weird. Because I love rage moments. Hunter x Hunter, great rage moment. Black Clover, great rage moment. Um, did Dragon Ball Z have a rage moment? Was Super Saiyan count? I mean, that kind of counts a little bit, I guess. But I can even remember some of the dumb shows with rage moments that are, you know, great. I like rage moments. They're fun. They're cool. I like them. And this one, maybe I didn't. Maybe this one could show me the other side of it where it just feels a little goofy. Like, why even involve it? It felt like to me somebody was like, I do like rage moments. This guy's supposed to be OP. Let's show it. Um, yeah, it was fine. At least it actually showed something, unlike the last show. Even if it is real goofy, but I want to see it. Whatever. So that was kind of cool. Otherwise, the show it's just one of those ones in the middle that I just watched throughout the day. Um, let's just move on because whatever. That was the only thing I had to talk about was that fight, and that's really it. Um, but let's move on. Uh, Tune in voice. So this episode, they actually set up the confession thing where I thought it was kind of weird how many steps they had to do just to do that. Whatever. And where they would do the confessions over the speakerphone. Um, showing who already. So the great confession scene was kind of cute. I will say this. Um, I thought it was going to be all of them, but now I don't know. It can't be the main or the girl who was doing the intercom stuff, but I do. They're all getting a little now. They all kind of like him, and they all kind of want to confess to him, but they all are getting little inklings that they're all feeling the same way. I think this is a turning point in the show because now they all kind of like him, and then I think he kind of a little bit knows. So we'll see. But yeah, it's going to be stepping up now. I don't know why I'm like blanking out now on the show because I do remember the confession scene. I do remember him coming back up there being like, "Who was it?" Um, they're playing coy a little bit, but I do love the show. I do love the interaction still with the show. Um, what that gym teacher, that was guy was goofy. That's all I can remember. I mean, honestly, this episode was a little bit. It was fine. It was a fine episode. That's what I had to say about it. So, next episode show here. Next show here. We'll just skim by that one because whatever. Jujutsu Kaisen. So this was when they were on top of the rooftop of the parking garage, and it was mostly the fight with. I feel bad. I forgot his name. Um, but the constellation curse technique that was cool. I love figuring out curse techniques. It's one of my favorite things. If you've got an interesting concept and got interesting powers, let me figure it out and see how cool it is. So seeing how it was based off the constellation of I think the cross, and you had to get from point to point. That was a pretty cool sequence of figuring it out and what they would do to get around it. It was a cool little fight. It's one of those fights. It's like it's more about like figuring it out than like actually like fighting it. But I think that's just how our ability is. Um, Yuji saying he's a cog kind of felt kind of lame. The the Yuji and Habari sequence with each other. I'm not even going to call it a fight because they didn't really fight. Was okay. Did I wish it was a little bit more? Sure. Do I really wish they went all out? Maybe. I don't know. Did I just want him to get punched and say he's a cog in the wheel and that's what his point is? Dude, you're the main character of the show. You are Lily Sukuna's vessel. You have the strength of like a whatever. Be a little bit cooler. That was not a cool scene in my opinion. So by the way, the very end, that guy seemed cool. I think he's like the lightning god or whatever. I can't remember if he's reincarnated. I know there's like reincarnated people in this. I know Kenjaku is reincarnated. Sukuna would be considered, I guess, if he fully formed. But yeah, this is uh we're getting into it now, which is going to be cool. Hopefully, we get to see some fights from the Cooling game. Actually, get involved into it, which I think they do start next episode. Um, let's get the ball rolling. It's been a couple episodes, and I'm excited for it. So, um, yeah, that's about it. Let's go to the next episode here, which is Timon B. So this episode is the aftermath of the whole him not becoming number one, Gloomihara. And he felt very wimpy at the top of the roof. Um, like he was like it made me not really root for him. Is that kind of weird? I've been rooting for him the entire time, and it's kind of weird how they all three like every single person has a split personality. I wonder if the end of this 12 episodes or 13 episodes, the end of season, whatever, that every character from that boy group will start to like her. If I don't know how I feel about that. And then they all have their own split personality. Maybe a little too much. I don't know. 4 is like the max, even 3 is a little bit too much. I don't know. We'll see. But that top of the roof where he was like saying like, oh, I don't need to leave. And then she kept going like, there's no way he's gotta be an F boy because that's who he is. I can't be the one taking him. I don't know, man. It was kind of weird. I don't know. I felt awkward with that scene. Um, but the cake scene, what was that? I think the cake scene was kind of dumb too. I'm trying to remember how it went because I know he wanted to make it. Um, and then she ate it and then said it was fine, delicious, and stuff like that. I think I just thought that scene was awkward. I don't really remember a whole lot too much from that. So, dang, I hate when I have to like. I don't know if I should record these like after every episode and then like piece them all together. Kind of like how Charlie does something. Um, but I do like doing it in one big little thing. But it'll be easier to have conversations with people, and I think that's my biggest thing with this stuff here. But um, let's move on. The next one here is the 29-year-old adventurer. Boring EP. This was when she gets the bird pet, the talon swallow or whatever it is, and she was doing the cleaning. She was learning how it could even be a part of the group. I thought the pet would be cooler. I guess he does help out at the end with finding where that bear is. This is like a different version of the Gentle Noble, where this show is less about like the actual fight or the action and more about the relationship with the characters. And heck, even Freyrin is like that, but Freyrin does it like a million times better, obviously. And it just was a boring EP. The pet was kind of whatever. Her cleaning and being a part of it was whatever. And do people even like the adventure guy or love him or hate him? I don't know, because I thought the girl who was a shopkeeper liked him too. I don't know how I feel about this show. It keeps like giving you hints of things that do seem interesting, but at the same time, it just goes back to the little girl doing dumb stuff, and I don't know. It's kind of boring. It's whatever, kind of whatever. Man, whatever. Disappointing. I didn't expect anything out of it anyway, but whatever. Let's just move on because whatever. It was a boring EP. Um, Sends to be a hero. They're starting the battle, and it's cool. It's fun. We got to learn a little bit more about the. I'm gonna call him the sniper hero because that's kind of what he does, and they really are hitting home now that the government's corrupt in this show. The heroes are the people who figured out the corruptness, and now they're there because they just can't kill them because it might validate some of the opinions that they have, like that article. Because kind of reminds you of how nowadays, if you put out an article about something that may be true and that seems somebody corrupt, and then they end up dying from it, you're like, did he get killed because he spoke out and he knew something? I think that's what they're doing with the heroes, and nobody will ever trust a hero. Their opinions don't matter. They're scum. Whatever. I think that's what's going on here. Now, the sniper guy, do I actually like his personality? No, I don't. I really don't. But it was cool to see him. Um, it's cool to see that he like never misses a shot. That was pretty cool. I do like the relationship with the night chick and the main dude. I do like that everybody respects the main guy too. Where they're like, this guy, if he wasn't a hero, he would probably be a beloved guy in the whole entire kingdom in a way. And they really do hate the church in the show too. That's coming up every episode. They kind of have to be like, yeah, they suck. There's something wrong with them. Um, but I'm glad the main battle came in. Now there's humans helping out the monsters, and they mentioned that too, where people were rooting for them, and they took down the. I feel bad for the miners that came in there to help out because they kind of just they're gonna get decimated. Um, it's uh it's pretty cool to see the other goddess. No, that was last episode. We got to see the goddess. It's really cool to see the demon monsters have a proponent to them too. Um, but I'm excited. I don't know how they're going to come back from this because they were getting decimated at that last part of that episode. So we'll see how they kind of come back and see if the main dude and the goddess can kind of turn it around. But yeah, it's a good episode. I love it. This show is great. I love the grittiness. I love the vibes. The whole realm is cool and all that stuff. Let's move on to Roll Over and Die. Um, Another show where they just want to tell you the church sucks. The church are bad guys. The church are evil, and the demons are actually cool. They've got four of them. They're eating dinner, and they seem pretty chill. Um, that one chick with the rose sequence, she seems pretty cute. And I tell you what, man, they started out the EP with them coming back, and then those two guys were trying to kill the maid slave, and the two people that were kind of giving them a place to like kind of sleep and stuff. Man, they want to start out almost every episode, or they have to do at least one episode where they're like, yeah, things are pretty bad in this world. Where she's like doing the scene where like she's murdering them, and then she's got the knife on them. A little bit forced. I know everybody loves Guts and the Berserk and how he went through hardships and stuff like that. It feels a little forced in this one, where like almost they have to put somebody in there that's like, yeah, this is the form of evil. It just feels like bad place, bad time, maybe, or they're doing it maybe too much, and it feels a little bit lighter on it, which you should never think lightly of that. But I just thought, I was like, man, they're doing it every episode where like something effed up happens. They're doing something effed up to show that they could do something effed up, if that makes any sense. Instead of like it meaning something, it is kind of what I want to get at. Um, but then afterwards they make them like cute, like they're doing the scene where like she's crying in her arms and upstairs, and then they also do the scene where like they're in the carriage, and uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of glad they got a home now. I, I don't know. That's all I can kind of say about it. It's fine. It's cute. Okay, let's just move on because that was basically the episode. Was just showing how the church is bad, demons are good. We'll see how it goes. Oh, and I'm sorry. And the hero party. Why are they letting this guy with the glasses do everything for the hero party? He sucks. He's a bad guy. Everybody knows it. Nobody likes him. Why? Get him out of here. So I don't know, man. It's just how I feel about it. I don't know. Hopefully, more interactions with them, or like maybe she can beat him up or something like that. That might feel satisfactory for it. Let's go on to the next show. Holy Grail of Eris. So this episode was basically there right after the carriage scene. So the guy gets shot by they call him the dog. I can't remember the guy who was under disguise with the glasses. Apparently, he's part of the group that I don't know who's good or bad is what I'm kind of trying to figure out here, because he's part of that one group. I know the people with the sun tattoos are the bad people, and then of course I'm going to talk about that later in the episode. Um, but when he goes to that one girl's area where he takes them to there to keep them safe, um, are they good? Are they not? I don't know. I really don't know. I want to think so because there has to be good people in the show. But it'd be interesting to know more like who's good and who's bad, because I can't trust anybody right now. I was putting in here. I was gonna put in here, is Kate evil or not? The bigger chick who's like her best friend. I was like, is she evil in the beginning? Because oh my god, get off Eris's like dick, like get off of her, back up, like things are going down. And then I'm like, geez, like she's got some stuff going on, and then she gets caught up into it because she won't leave her alone. And I thought I thought she was gonna die, to be honest. Um, I do like the relationship with her new husband. That's cute. I love it. Um, it reminds me of those dumb memes that they did where uh or Chaku or whatever from My Hero Academia, and then the girl who likes to like can transform people with the blood or whatever, and how they do memes where it's like they can kind of take places, and then they can both love Deku or whatever. Are they gonna do that with this guy? Where she's like, Scarlett's gonna be like, I think it's my chance to get with him, and I think that's gonna be so weird. It kind of comes into that, but whatever. It's kind of cute. It's kind of goofy though at the same time. Um, but yeah, and but that last sequence where he came to the rescue with those people, and now we finally know that the princess was a child of a hooker, and she is trying to. What's her plan? What's her big plan? Is it money, power to take over? What is her goal? Because maybe this is because I'm too much of a good person. I don't understand the concept of just doing things that have evil for either money or something. Why is she going to such lengths for promoting the drugs, which apparently were legal 10 years ago? So I don't know why she has to go all these roundabout bouts now for it. And I don't know the point of all of this. Why she does what she does. Is that her brother that's with her too? The long-haired, blonde-haired guy? Or was that her lover? I don't know. I really don't know. And it kind of makes me annoyed. But that's the point of the show, is figuring all these things out. All right, let's go to the last show here, which is Fate Strange Fake. This might be the show of the season for me. I love action. You know, I'm not going to sit here and not think the dumb action stuff is not fun or nothing like that. But they make every fight in this show feel so powerful and magical and fun. When Lionheart was fighting the Earth long hair green chicker guy, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know their name, so I couldn't tell. And they don't really do he or she and stuff like that. Um, and that was really cool. It it felt so fun at the same time. So every move it feels like it could decimate the whole forest or whole town almost. Um, I do want the guy who's got Jack the Ripper to join up with him because now there's a team of 3 to 4, 3.5 because that master chick wants to kill her servant because he's like a vampire or whatever. I do like the little kid who's the Watcher. It's kind of like a cool little team up with the Lancer who's been here for ages, Lionheart who's the Saber main person, the Watcher who can kind of see everything, and then now it's just a good ragtag team. We got to know a little bit more about the blonde haired chick, which is kind of cool. Um, Red Riding Hood, man. Sometimes they just bring up things where I'm like, is this like fairy tale? Like they brought up a fairy tale thing with the Red Riding Hood, and I just thought it was like, wow, okay, well, everybody's important in the show, you know. Um, I do like Lionheart. I do like his character. He's really fun. I like the dog. It seems so innocent. It's gonna make me sad when people start losing or dying almost, and it's gonna make me sad. So this show feels like it could go for like 50 episodes, maybe even 24. I wonder if the show is a 2 season one. I should look into that. Um, but yeah, that was so fun. Great fight. Learning a little bit more about Lionheart. Um, yeah, I mean that's all I can say about it. It's probably my best show of the week, and probably my best show of the season so far. I'm gonna put best show of the week. So one thing to so that's about every show that I've watched so far. If there is a show that I need to watch, let me know. I have Crunchyroll, I have Netflix, I have Hulu. I don't have High Dive. So if there's something on there I can't watch it. It's not because I don't want to. It's because I mostly watch everything on a Samsung TV and I watch it on the Crunchyroll app on there. And I think the High Dive app doesn't work on it, or there is no one. I don't know. I could put my Xbox up on there and watch it from there, but I don't know. I'm so stuck in my ways, I guess. I don't know. But I did want to think about watching High Dive because there are some shows that are on Crunchyroll that I do want to watch that come on High Dive. But Hulu's always got some decent ones that come out. And Netflix every once in a while as well. Like I'm trying to watch the oh man, what's it called? Whether it's a Japan girl who moves to London to an art school. I'm a couple episodes into that one. I'm kind of like in that one a little bit. It's romance. You know, I'm gonna watch romance. I love it. Romance and fighting, man. That's all I need. Um, I will be watching Polar Opposites probably this week, and I'm gonna add it to the list because I'm missing out on that one. Seems cute, seems romancy. I thought it was gonna be more like Don't Bully Me and the other one where it's a bully chick, but I think I'm gonna like this one a little bit more than that. So I'll be doing that. Let's go into the categories here. So underrated show of the week. Jack of all trades. It didn't disappoint. It's a good enough show that it's actually better. Here's what I'll put as Jack of all trades, master of none, whatever. It's the best show out of the middle packs that aren't in the great packs. Like I'd put him in with the Noble Reincarnation, the Kunan Can See, um, Timon B maybe would be in there. Like the underrated ones that are kind of good, but also not in those top tiers like Freyram, Hell's Paradise, Jujutsu Kaisen, Fate Say Fake. Those would be like kind of like the top ones to say. So it's kind of like the best one of the middle pack is what I would say. So that's why I would put it on my underrated show. The best show of the week is Fate Strange Fake. Fate Strange Fake. I say it so fast, it messes it up. Because it's just good. Every episode's good. It feels so powerful. It feels so big. I love the magicalness of it. every character feels so important, which is so hard to do with shows with so many characters. Like you drown them out so much, but it feels like every character gets their time to shine. Every character is important. Every character means something to the show, and I love it. It's a great show. I love all the other Fate stays too. Um, so it makes me feel pretty good to know that it's living up to what it is. Um, Drop of the week. I don't have anything that I would say just you got to drop it. Maybe 29-year-old adventurer. Maybe cute girl hero. Cute girl. So I asked her out. Party thing. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. I probably already dropped all the ones I don't want to watch or whatever. And then music of the week. Freyrim. OP and OST. I don't want to put them two separate. We're just going to put them together because I haven't had an OST like this in a while since maybe Made in Abyss. I do like Jujutsu Kaisen's OSTs as well. From the second season, I still love that scene where it's like the little crescendo violin. It's like that was really cool. It feels spooky, but that's back in the day. But I do love the feeling like I'm watching like a Baldur's Gate 3 or like a D&D, party grouping, and it's nice. It's fun, and the OP is good too as well. So all in all, just really nice, really good to see. Um, but yeah, that's it. That's week 6 of the anime 2026 winter anime season. If you guys have any shows that I should be watching that I'm missing, there are some shows that it would take a lot to get back into. Like for example, Oshinoko. I know it's probably good, but I'm like 4 seasons behind. I wouldn't be able to get caught up fast enough to be able to do this part, so I'll have to do that for a different time. Um, I think Fire Force is going on right now. think I'm a season behind on that one. It's just some of the shows would take a lot more effort to get into them. Now, if there's shows that are going on this season that I need to get back into, or that I need to start trying, or whatever, I need to know. I need to let me know. So, because I'm always down to try them out. Um, but again, limited time. Some of these, like I haven't seen that are probably good that I will need to binge watch some other time. There's plenty of nights where I don't know what to watch, and I've got a couple hours to spare, and that's all you need to do like a 12 episode season. So, I would appreciate it if you guys like, comment, subscribe. I would love to expand on this, do more with this. I appreciate every single one of you guys who watch it. Um, this is fun. I enjoy talking about anime. I enjoy every anime that I usually watch. So, thanks so much, guys, for watching. On to the next week, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.